Ay nako, gumraduate talaga ako from being a supporter of Duterte to one of such disappointment. Oh. Naalala nyo to? July 11 pa to na balita. Ayan. Oh. NBI Davao uncovers 200 falsified birth certificates issued to Chinese. Merong may factory ng birth certificate diyan sa Davao. Oo. Davao Davao region hindi ito sa Davao City. Davao region. Pero alam niyo na mga kotsero, baka baka sabi ng, mga kinauukulan, sabi nila, ilayo niyo sa Davao City para hindi makakabit sa amin. Para hindi matuntuan sa amin. Naalala niyo to? July 11 pa to na balita. Ayan. Oh. NBI Davao uncovers 200 falsified birth certificates issued to Chinese. Merong may factory ng birth certificate diyan sa Davao. Oo. Davao Davao region hindi ito sa Davao City. Davao region. Pero alam niyo na mga kotsero, baka baka sabi ng, mga kinauukulan, sabi nila, ilayo niyo sa Davao City para hindi makakabit sa amin. Para hindi matuntuan sa amin. Sa siya sa Davao del Sur. Ayan, Local Civil Registry of Santa Cruz, Davao del Sur. Ayun. Dito sa nahulihan ng mga peking birth certificate, may nahuli pang 200. At ito mga kotsero ay ibinigay sa mga Chinese nationals mula 2018 hanggang 2019. Alam na natin yan mga kotsero kung ganyan. Alam na this. Alam na yan. Kung 2018 hanggang 2019, alam na natin yan kung bakit. At alam na rin natin kung sino ang nagkonsente niyan. Duterte legacy, guys. Oo. Duterte legacy. Ngayon, mga kotsero, may natuklasan ng ating DFA. Huwag niyong kalimutan, mga kotsero, ang DFA, sila yung nag-i-issue ng mga pasaporte. Ito nangyari, guys. DFA proving 71 cases of illegally acquired Philippine passports. Visit? May 71 cases. Hindi natin alam how many yung actual. Pero 71 pa lang yung iniimbestigahan ngayon. Hindi natin alam kung ilan yung total. Pero 71 yung iniimbestigahan ngayon. The DFA has logged 71 suspected cases of foreign nationals who illegally acquired Philippine passports, according to Senator Loren Legarda. Ayan, sinabi niya kanina. In a press conference on Thursday, kanina ho yan, Legarda said that the DFA is investigating these cases and has already coordinated with the relevant authorities. Actually, narinig ko tong press ko na to kanina . Narinig ko tong press ko na to kanina. Kotsero, 71 suspected cases. Mga kotsero, marami ito. This is already, actually, kung tutuusin, this is already a national security issue. This was endorsed to the NBI, okay, and the PNP for case handling. And further investigation, I'm not sure if they're Chinese, but they are foreign nationals. So, hindi pa raw sigurado kung Chinese. Talaga ba? Hindi pa sigurado kung Chinese. Huwag na po tayo mag-play safe. Alam naman natin na Chinese yan. Ito yung nakakatakot dyan. Maski mismo si DFA, nagsabi na merong foreign covert operation sa Pilipinas. Concerned daw sila. At minomonitor daw nila yung mga reports of foreign covert operations dito sa Pilipinas. Hindi ba delikado na tayo dyan? Ang daming ang daming issue na related sa ganito. Buti sana kung isa o dalawa lang. Kaso ang dami. Nandiyan yung issue nung sa Dasmariñas Village ba yun o White Plains na may nakitang mga sleeper cell doon. Tapos nandiyan yung issue na lahat sa mga pogo na pinasok, merong mga miyembro ng People's Liberation Army. Mga kotsero, take note ha. Ang People's Liberation Army ay ang armed group ng CPP, ng Chinese Communist Party ha. Hindi ho yan state-owned. State-owned. Sorry, hindi pala state-owned. Hindi ho ito sundalo ng estado ha, take note. Kaya nakakatakot Hindi sila loyal sa China, loyal sila sa partido ng komunista, Partido Komunista ng China. Dito sa Pilipinas, iba. Dito sa Pilipinas, iba. Tayo, yung AFP natin, sundalo ng estado, sundalo ng bansa. Oo. Doon sa Sa kanila, hindi. Yung People's Liberation Army is the soldier of the Chinese Communist Party. Military group ng Chinese Communist Party. So anyway, so dahil nga Chinese Communist Party ang nagpapatakbo, gawain ho nila to. Oo. Pwedeng ilusot ng China na, hindi yan sundalo ng Chinese state. Oo, ng Chinese state government. Hindi yan sundalo ng gobyerno. Hindi. Pero, sa totoong buhay, well, totoo din naman. Hindi yan talaga sundalo ng gobyerno yun. Pero sundalo namang partido. So, hindi natin alam kung ano yung pinaggagawa nila sa Pilipinas. Bakit sila nasa Pogo? Bakit sila may sleeper cell sa Pilipinas? Bakit nagpapadala sila ng libo-libong estudyante dyan sa may Cagayan? Speaking to reporters at the DFA office in Pasay, Daza said, the issue is an area of concern and that the DFA is currently coordinating with relevant government agencies on the matter. The DFA or the department has noted reports containing relevant information on alleged foreign covert operations in the Philippines. In accordance with its mandate to help protect national security, the department takes such reports seriously and is monitoring relevant developments in this regard. Pumutok yung issue nito, mga kotsero, dahil doon sa kay Alice Go, na si Alice Go nga daw ay isang espiya galing China. Yung kay Xie Zhijiang. Xie Zhijiang. Basta yun siya. Yun doon sa, yung sa documentary na Al Jazeera. Napanood nyo na yun, I'm sure. Oo, maraming gumawang content doon eh. Oo. Yung sa na yan, yung sa Al Jazeera na yan. Doon pumutok yung yung parang yung pinaka-issue na sino ba to? Si Alice Go or si Go Waping ay isang espiya galing China. Tawag dito, by the demeanor that happened nung na-expose yung yung pagiging Chinese spy niya, naglabas ng dokumento, etc., merong change. It's really very obvious kasi. Very, very obvious yung pagbabago. 'Di ba? Before si Go Waping, pa-smile lang, 'di ba? Kalmado, pa-smile lang. Pero nung lumabas yung si Xie Zhijiang, biglang nagbago siya ng anyo. Gusto nang sumagot nakahawak na sa mic na gano'n gustong sumagot agad Agad-agad. Wala nang isip-isip. Tapos ipipilit niya, Pilipino po ako, mahal ko po ang Pilipinas. Hindi naman kasi gano'n ang basihan ng pagiging Pilipino. Hindi ho yung pagmamahal sa Pilipinas lamang ang basihan sa pagiging Pilipino. Tatlo ho yan. Naturalization, ibig sabihin, dati kang ibang citizenship, nagpa-naturalize ka sa Pilipinas, naging Filipino citizen ka. Pero hindi ka natural born. Ang natural born citizenship po, mga kotsero, dalawa. Oo. Jus sanguinis, tsaka jus soli. Jus sanguinis, ibig sabihin, by the blood. You're a citizen by blood. Either father or mother mo is a Filipino citizen. Kaya nga pinagpipilitan ni Alice Go na yung nanay niya Pilipino, pero hindi naman niya maipalabas yung nanay niya. Kasi daw, yung nanay daw niya Pilipina, di ba si Alice Leal Guo? Pero wala namang makitang Alice Leal Guo. Kahit picture man lang, walang makitang picture. Yun po yung yung jus sanguinis, by blood. So either father or mother mo dapat Filipino citizen, then you can claim Filipino citizenship. Also, yung isa nga jus solis, ibig sabihin by soil. Citizenship by soil, pinanganak ka sa Pilipinas. Or sa kahit anong teritoryo na merong, kahit sa ang teritoryo ng Pilipinas, kasama po ang embassy. Ngayon, mga kotsero, ito yung delikado dyan. Yung most probably kasi itong si Alice Go ay espiya. Merong magandang sinabi, kilala nyo si China Insider, di ba? Si David Zhang. David Zhang ba yun? Basta siya. Si China Insider. Nung pumutok yung issue dun sa Al Jazeera, meron siyang sinabi na mga facts about Alice Go na pwedeng na pwedeng makatulong para ma-determine natin kung ano ba talaga si Alice Go, Pilipino ba siya o Chinese citizen. Panoorin natin 'to.
Fact number 1, Alice Guo was born in Fujian province in southern China. Her legal registered Chinese name is Guo Huaping. To be precise, she was registered in the coastal city of Jinjiang, which is technically a town, but it's called a city of the city of Quanzhou. According to various evidence, such as a Chinese newspaper congratulating her becoming mayor from the city of Jinjiang, to a Chao Dai Association, which is actually more precisely where the town is located, and we can precisely pinpoint and correlate that to the Al Jazeera document, which they actually went to the location, even though they didn't tell us exactly where it is. And that's supposed to be, again, in the city of Xinjiang and in the city of Quanzhou proper. Fact number 2. Alice Guo knows at least 2 other international, or at least Southeast Asia, criminal organizations that does money laundering, scam, and otherwise criminal activities. The first link is established with Alice Guo connecting to the Singapore case of money laundering, which was a massive scandal. And the second links her to the Cambodian Chinese kingpin, who in the documentary by Al Jazeera technically says that Alice Guo approached him to fund her mayor race.
Oh, dun pa lang eh. Actually, mga kochero, kung totoo na pinondohan ni Xie Zhijiang yung kanyang kandidatura bilang mayor, madi-disqualify siya kasi bawal yun. Bawal yun. Bawal ang foreign funding sa kampanya at sa eleksyon. Kaya nga tapos di ba sabi niya sa video, sabi nito ni Xie Zhijiang, sabi niya, tawag dito, hindi ro niya binigyan kasi ayaw ro niyang magalit sa kanya ang gobyerno ng Pilipinas. Natakot siya eh. Natakot si Xie Zhijiang magbigay eh, kaya walang nangyari.
To fund her mayor race. And this man, whose name is Xie Zhijiang, keeps a dossier on Alice Guo. And that leads to fact number 3, which is both of Alice Guo's parents are Chinese nationals, and her mother, Ling Wenyi, was also revealed or confirmed in this case from that dossier. And her father is Guo Junjiang. And fact number 4, Alice Guo's father used to work or may still be working for these Chinese associations in the Philippines, which supposed to represent the local area where the Guo family comes from, but in reality has done events with the Chinese Communist Party. And whenever you have this kind of sign, it tells us that it is an organization being used by the Chinese Communist Party to serve as a united front in countries overseas. Hey guys, so I'm editing this video and I'm just finding this information. By the way, I've never seen this before. I have to share with you guys. So this comes from FilipinoChinese.com or phhua.com. And there's a exclusive photo of what looks to be Alice Guo's father. And some very detailed revelations regarding him. For example, in this one here, in the year of 1994, Alice Guo's father, whose name is Guo Zhenjiang, attended a political consultative conference on January 10th for the city of Xinjiang, which is, the city township that he's from, the Guo family's from. And in this particular thread, they also talk about the reason why, or I guess you could say the whole pork farmer identity seems to be real. But the key here is if you are a part of this political consultative conference, it means that you work for the Communist Party as a member of, commercial or member of business, but you are tied into the CCP along with all the other stuff as well. So in other words, it's an extension of the CCP's overseas control apparatus. Fact number 5. According to Xie Zhijiang, the former spy, Alice Guo may be working for the Ministry of State Security, which is the Chinese spy agency. And this again comes from Xie Zhijiang, who at the end of the documentary recommended that Alice Guo reveal her identity and who she was working for, and he basically says it is the Ministry of State Security.
Yun. Pinuntahan ko yung website na sinasabi niya. Ito si phua.com. Chinese pa, di ba? Tindi, yan, pak. Di ba? Tindi. Okay, tingnan natin kung ano nakasulat dito. Translate na sa English. Elections, go whopping. The Philippine court received a bomb threat. Talaga? May bomb threat? O pasabog. The 2025 election should guard against go whopping. Anyway, ito yung website na sinasabi niya. May sinabi dun sa huli si China Insider, si David Zhang. Sabi niya, Alice Guo could possibly be a member of the Ministry of State Security, something, ganun. Actually, kung papanoorin niyo pa yung buong video, meron siyang theory doon na iniisip ko, mukhang posible. Posible daw kasi, sabi ni China Insider, si David Zhang. Sabi niya, na baka nung una, hindi talaga spy si Alice Go. Baka nung una, negosyante talaga siya. At meron talaga silang farm sa Pilipinas na related sa may piggery talaga sila. As in, lehitimong business. Pero dahil yung tatay niya ay miyembro ng Chinese Communist Party, isinama. Kumbaga, nakita ng Ministry of State Security, something. Yung spy agency daw ng China, nakita nila na pwede maging asset si Alice Go sa loob. Nasa Pilipinas na nga naman, may Filipino citizenship. Yung tatay niya, Chinese Communist Party member. O baka magamit natin si Alice Go. At baka nung una pa lang, baka meron ng history ng money laundering. May mga criminal activities noon pa lang. O na hindi natin alam sa Pilipinas. So naisip siguro daw, sabi ni David Zhang, baka rin naisip ng China, ng spy agency nila na, gamitin na natin yung connection ni Alice Go. Total naman, may connection na siya. So, baka daw doon nag-umpisa. Oo. Nag-umpisa daw sa Pogo, tapos etc. Hanggang sa ngayon, baka kaya ayaw ding umamin dahil baka delikado yung family na nasa China, etc. Yun yung theory. Yun yung theory niya. Meron pa nga siyang meron pa nga sinabi to si David Zhang, sabi niya, baka raw yung pagtatago sa Indonesia is actually an effort kay Alice Go para makabalik sa China. Pero dahil tinanggihan na siya ng handler niya, hindi na siya nakabalik ng China. Sumuko na lang siya. Naalala nyo? Naalala nyo nung bago siya arestuhin, nagsabi yung abogado niya na nagbibigay na raw ng feelers si Alice Go na gusto na raw niyang sumuko. Alam nyo mga kotsero, nakakalungkot dito. Kung totoo kasi to, kung totoo to, delikado ang Pilipinas dito. And meron pong sinabi si Secretary Gibo Teodoro nitong nakaraan na dapat i-update natin yung ating espionage law, anti-espionage law. Kailangan natin ng anti-espionage law. Actually, kailangan na natin i-update yung ating batas sa treason. To include peacetime. Kasi yung treason din natin, yung treason law natin, doesn't include peacetime. In lang yun in times of war lang din yun . Huwag niyong kalimutan, suportahan natin mga kaibigan sa Sendwave. Okay, kung kayo ay nasa US, UK, Canada, Italy, France, Spain, Ireland, and Belgium, may pwede kayo magpadala ng inyong mga remittance sa Pilipinas. Gamit po ang Sendwave. Ang gagawin nyo lang ay download ang app. Kung kayo na account, lagay nyo bank account details nyo. Pwede kayo magpadala sa GCash, cash pickup sa mga pawn shops at sa mga iba't ibang bangko through online banking. At kung first time nyo magpapadala sa aking sa Sendwave, gamitin nyo po yung aking promo code, Coach Jarrett, para makakuha kayo ng karagdagan $20 free credit. So gamitin na si Sendwave for all of your remittance needs. And I'll see you later on our next Coach Jarrett Live. God bless and see you next time, guys. Bye! Pag ganun, huwag natin gawing tanga mga Pilipino. Mas maganda kasi nasa lugar ka ng tama kaysa yung pinipilit mo yung pagkakamali. Are they willing to go that far? Hindi makakalimutan ng Pilipino yan hanggat di nasasagot niya. Sino ngayon nagsasabi ng totoo?